I was talking to my friend Nick, Nick, yesterday about this whole physical media debacle that Sony has announced that they're not doing physical media after 2028. And he said something that kind of shook me a bit. He said to me that the last Ratchet and Clank game to ever be released on physical media is going to be Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. And then that made me think back to what I said yesterday, where I said I'm never going to buy I'm done. Like, I'm not buying the PS6 if it has no disc drive. Well, I'm probably not buying it either way anyway. If there's not going to be fucking physical games for it, and also that I'm not buying any game that's going to be digital only. And then I said aside from GTA 6, and I didn't think of Ratchet, or I didn't think of Jak 4, because Jak 4 is definitely coming out. Yeah, which also brings me to the point where the last Jak game to ever be released physically. Technically, the last new Jak game to ever be released physically was The Lost Frontier, um, which is fine. That was probably going to be the case anyway. But my point is, any anything that I'm still like kind of like looking forward to. Like, and I'm not talking about Jak here. I know Jak's been dead a long time. It's very unlikely that's ever going to happen. But anything anything that I'm really like into, or anything that I'm really passionate about, like the Ratchet games, it didn't hit me until he said that's it's actually over. Like, that's it. Like, I'm never gonna own another new Ratchet game. I'm never gonna own another new Uncharted game. Or another what else is fucking Sony Slop? I like Sony Slop. The new Astrobot. The new fucking like, I'm never gonna be able to own these games again, and I'm probably never gonna play them again because Sony have stopped putting their shit on PC. And good, fine, fuck off then. That's okay. I've come to a realization. I've come to kind of a peace within myself where I'm like, I'm kind of okay with that. If they're not gonna let me own my games, if they're not gonna let me put the things on my shelf, if they're gonna give me a perpetual license for a game and charge me 90 quid for that game, then fuck off. And I guess I don't know what I'm saying here. Happy coffee morning, but I'm just rambling here, saying, like, if this is the end, which it most likely is. I mean, they might go back on it for a few years, but it's going to end eventually. I mean, if we can get them to like release the next, probably last Ratchet game on disc, that'd be cool. But that's just me being selfish. I mean, just in general, like, this is the end, and it's gonna end anyway. Um, it's great to know, and it's really comforting to know that I have a shelf of games behind me that I can play perpetually forever, that they can never take away from me unless they burn down my fucking house or rob it from me. Um, that I can emulate games, um, and make them look prettier or whatever, or I can download games and like, basically what I'm trying to say here in a really roundabout way is, and I've said it a load of times, but like, now it's really come to me, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to this. Is that we're good. We're gonna be able to. I'm gonna be able to play games for the rest of my life. I'm gonna be able to play 10 out of 10s, 9 out of 10s for the rest of my fucking life, and I'm never gonna run out of games. So why do we need new games? It's gonna hurt. Yeah, it's gonna hurt not getting that new Ratchet game, but I'm not buying a PS6 for one game that I don't own. I'm not gonna spend over a fucking grand, and then 90 quid on a game that's one game. I've like 20 other Ratchet games I can play. Um, so that is unless the new Ratchet is released on, if any Ratchet ever comes out. But that is if it releases on PS5. I'm good. I mean, I'll probably get it digitally on PS5. That's fine. I know that's me kind of going back on what I'm saying, but my point is that the PS6, now that they've stopped doing, if it's most likely going to be digital, and even if it's not digital, now that they've committed to not doing digital games, and this is it for me. The PS5 is my last generation, and I'm perfectly happy with that. I have a backlog of PS4 games to play. I have a backlog of PS5 games to play. day alone can do me for a very long time. Then I can go back, I have my PS3 games, I have my PS2 games, my PS1 games, all the games I can emulate on other consoles. I can collect games. I can get back into collecting games because I haven't collected games in a long time because I just don't have the space for it. So if I get a bigger place, I can get more shelves and just get back into collecting games, which is also worrying because I can see the market absolutely skyrocketing now. So if you want your PS3 games, oh, no, if you want your PS4 games, get them while they're cheap because PS3 games are already going up. Um, but yeah, it's basically to say don't let them win and don't let them get you down. Don't let them fucking convince you to go get this fucking paperweight of a console that they're going to be releasing with no ownership or anything. Get yourself a decent get yourself a decent backlog of PS4 games while you can. You can do that. And play them on whatever you have, your PS4, your PS5, PS4s you can get quite affordably. So go get a PS4, enjoy yourself, get yourself if you can find. I know PCs are kind of iffy right now because everything's just so expensive. Get a secondhand PC, and emulate everything, and own your ISOs, own your games, download games, pirate games. Um, I think it's gonna be a fun time. I think it's gonna be a really fun time. That because look, games for old people like me, they've passed me by. It's not for me anymore, and I see that it's not for people like me anymore. It's for a different audience now. And whether that works out for them or not, I don't know. It'd be hilarious if this whole thing like just fucking backfires on them and it completely plummets Sony and Sony just die the next generation. But that's it's a very like narrow point of view because we are one we are one tiny little aspect of the whole gaming landscape, and the 99.9% of people don't give a shit about physical games. They all play digitally anyway. Um, but it's just the idea that they're trying to spin. Like I was watching a video earlier, a really good video, and the guy said I don't remember who it was. I'm just going through looking at videos, but and the guy said like they've trained us to they've trained us into this convenience to they've trained us to consume digital media, and absolutely like this has been a plan the whole time so they can control everything. They control everything now. They control their own storefront. They control every game that's on that storefront. They control the prices of that storefront, and they control if you how long you have that game for. um Whether that's 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, who fucking knows, but it's perpetual. It's, I mean, not perpetual. It's limited. It's a limited amount of time, and you can never get money back for those games. You buy a game, it's a lemon, you don't like it. You can't give that back. You can't refund that. PlayStation don't even have a refund policy like Steam, where you play for 2 hours, you decide you don't like it, and get a refund, which is a great thing for Steam to do. Steam are the only people that, while I'm never going to be in favor of digital games of that type with the DRM attached to it, like Steam is. Steam kind of do digital, like PlayStation can take a lot of cues from Steam. Is what I'm saying. But again, I don't even like Steam that much because it's still DRM filled games. GOG is probably the closest thing to digital ownership you can have legally. Um, so that's just it. I'm gonna be doing a lot of videos on this, so I, am I becoming a physical media channel? Probably. I don't know. It's going to be a big part of the channel going forward, though. Maybe like Nerd Rage are saying, am I going to be doing like pickup videos and stuff like that? When I start collecting games again, when I go to CEX and stuff, or go buy stuff secondhand, I will probably do pickups. I think that's a fun idea. So I'm going to steal that from Nerd Rage and a lot of other people. But yeah, basically what I'm saying is, fuck them. I'm never buying a digital only console. Never have, never will. I'll probably buy a few digital only games at the end of this generation that come out, and I'm done. But that's it. I'm happy to bookend my modern games there, and I'm happy to go back and play all the stuff I haven't played, relive the stuff I have played, and enjoy games instead of being caught up in hype and fucking looking forward to the next big shiny thing, because it's not for me anymore. and that's fine. I've come to peace with that. So fuck you, Sony. Fuck you, game industry. Thank you for basically kicking me out of it, and I will enjoy not giving you any money ever again. So yeah, post 2028, whenever the PS6 comes out, I am going to sit back and enjoy seeing the turmoil of you burning in hell, or probably making record profits. Either way, I don't give a shit. Go fuck yourself. Have a lovely day.